This story is talking about March. Welcome to March. Goodbye, winter. Hello, spring. March is the month when winter ends. Spring begins on March 20th. Flowers bloom and birds fill the trees. In March, many farmers start planting crops. March is named for the Roman god of war, Mars. We got the names of all the months from the ancient Romans. March was actually the first month of the year in their calendar. Name of months came from other gods, from real people, and from numbers. Bah and roar! March comes in like a lion and goes out like a lamb. That means the weather in early March is often stormy. The weather in late March is much better. Birthstone. Each month had a stone linked to it. People who had birthdays in the month call it their birthstone. For March, it's aquamarine. Winter turns into spring. In March, the seasons officially change. Winter becomes spring on a spring equinox. The word means equal night. On March 20th to 21st, the sun is right above the equator. Day and night are the same length. As spring moves on, days become longer and nights shorter. Big March holidays. Today, the St. Patrick's Day, March 17th. More than 1600 years ago, a boy named Patrick was kidnapped from England and taken to Ireland. He was held for 6 years. During the time, he became a Christian. He escaped from Ireland but later returned to tell the people about what he had learned. Irish people around the world now celebrate his memory on March 17th. Hello, birds. Every March 19th, people gather near a church in San Juan Capistrano, California. For hundreds of years, they have watched the skies on that day. Each year, the swallows return. The birds swoop into the small town every year. They build their nest on and around the church buildings. International Women's Day, March 8th. For hundreds of years, women were not allowed to vote on property. Many people, men and women, began to feel that was not right. In the early 1900s, women began to demand their rights. In 1909, the first Women's Day was held to help the cause. The next year, it spurred the other countries has been held ever since. March Madness. Basketball fans go crazy during March. American college basketball tournaments are played this month. Millions of fans watch games every day. They cheer for their favorite schools and players. The final game is often held in April, but the tournament is known as March Madness. Fun March days. March has more ways to celebrate than just picking 4-leaf clovers on St. Patrick's Day. Here are some of the unusual holidays you can enjoy in March. National Peanut Butter Lovers Day, National Dentist Day, International Day of Awesomeness, Johnny Appleseed Day, National Potato Chip Day, National Puppy Day, Waffle Day, National Doctor's Day. March weeks and months. Holidays don't just mean days. You can celebrate for a week too. You can also have fun all month long. Find out more about these ways to enjoy March. National Bubble Week. This holiday was started by a company that makes bubbles. But so what? It's fun to blow bubbles any week of the year. National Cheerleading Week. In the first full week of March, celebrate students who help others get excited. Thousands of young people take part in cheerleading for their schools. American Chocolate Week. Looking for a good deal on his sweet stuff? In the third week of March, many candy stores have special deals on chocolate. March months. National Red Cross Month. The Red Cross was founded in 1881 by American nurse Clara Barton. The group started out helping wounded soldiers. Today it helps in disasters around the world. Women's History Month. Along with International Women's Day, celebrate the great things women had done in history, or should we say, herstory? Music in Our Schools Month. For many people, music is a big part of their lives. Schools are a great way to learn music. Concerts and events this month encourage students to study music. National Umbrella Month. Well, it does rain a lot in March. March around the world! Countries around the world celebrate in March. Find these countries on a map. Then read about how people they have fun in March. During the days around the full moon each March, Hindu people in India and elsewhere celebrate Holi. Known as the Festival of Colors, it welcomes spring. People fling colored powder all themselves and others. Barian Bliss Day. Belize. A sailor for Portugal visited this Central America country in 1926. He fell in love with it, and when he died, he left the country a lot of money. This day says, "Thanks, Baron." Youth Day, Zambia. This African country is one of many to celebrate this day, honoring some young people with festivals and concerts. Day of Restoration of Independence, Lithuania. On this day in 1990, Lithuania became the first country to break away from the Soviet Union. Greek National Day, Cyprus. This island in the Mediterranean Sea split from Great Britain officially on this day in 1960. March in History. Yellowstone becomes the first national park in the world. Today, the U.S. has more than 400 national parks and other protected areas. Hundreds more are located around the world. Ides of March. Julius Caesar was a leader of ancient Rome. So some did not want him to be a leader. In 44 BCE, on March 15th, known as the Ides or middle of March, Caesar was killed. Today, people still say, "Beware the Ides of March." Wilt Chamberlain of the Philadelphia 76ers scored 100 points in an NBA game. That's still the most ever scored by one player. Alexander Graham Bell made a first telephone call. He called to his assistant, "Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you." Work on the Hoover Dam began, later standing more than 726 feet tall. The dam helps western states had electricity. Juliet Lowe founded the Girl Scouts. Soviet cosmonaut Alexei Leonov became the first person to walk in space. Brian Jones and Bertrand Piccard landed their huge balloon. They had just finished the first round of the world balloon fight. The Eiffel Tower opened to public in Paris, France. 5 states first joined the United States in March. Do you live in any of these? If you do, then make sure and say happy birthday to your state. Nebraska, March 1st. Nope. Ohio, March 1st. No. Maine, March 15th. No, not the Vermont. No, that's not it. Florida? Well, too bad about this. Well, we'll see you on Louisiana. Okay, yes. Famous March birthdays. Dr. Seuss. In March, this writer was born. To celebrate, go toot a horn. Alexander Graham Bell. This scientist and inventor invented the telephone. Shaquille O'Neal. The only thing bigger than this NBA great was his list of nicknames. Shaq Daddy, Shaq Fu, the Big Aristotle Diesel, the Real Deal, and more. Albert Einstein. This German scientist created a new way to think about space and time. Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She joined the U.S. Supreme Court in 1993. Peyton Manning. Manning was already an NFL superstar before he came back for the neck injury to join the Denver Broncos in 2012. Mariah Carey, this superstar singer and entertainer, hit it big in 1990 with her first album. She's been very popular ever since. Now that's the end of the story, and I'll see you next time. Bye.